Hey everyone, Tom here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we're going to be talking about this car in particular. This is my 2009 Vauxhall Corsa. Now, what is actually wrong with this car? This is what this video is about. So, there's nothing exactly wrong. There is some coolant and oil mixing in the engine and possibly an oil leak underneath. I do need to do an oil change still, as I'm recording this just after the previous video, but I can get that done sooner or later. So what kind of damage, what kind of state is this car in damage wise, and do I mind the damage? So as I showed you here, there is a crack in here, and you can obviously see my face again, it's a bit distorted, but there's a crack there, there's a dent here. You cannot see that on camera, but there is a dent there, I promise you. There's a cracked bit of the headlight in here. The number plate's a bit cracked, but I can't actually show you that. The wind mirror's got some paint on it. I did actually have an accident in this car on here, but I got this paint, this fender re-sprayed, I think. Yeah, the wing mirrors have come off, like the actual bit of glass, so I've had the Gorilla Glue. This bumper is Gorilla Glued on. The wheels are scratched up to all hell. There's scratches on the back here. You can't really see that, but there is definitely scratches there, and on the other side. This has a massive scratch here, and of course it is poking out. There's of course scratches down here, which is, I don't know really where they came from. This bumper is 100% coming off, and probably will fall off. This wheel's scratched as well. Right there, it is raining as well, which isn't great for recording. There's a chip on the door right there. Actually, considering this is dirty, this car, it really is reflecting me. Makes me look really, really fat. And I believe there's all the damage. So there's dents in the roof. You can probably see that just a little bit. Like here. Wait, where's the dent? It's like right there, it goes in. And I think that's all the roof dents and stuff. Also, there is a bit of paint damage here. It chips away. Here, I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual car itself. There is some water collecting in the back here, which I do have to dump out every now and again, which is a bit sad. And of course, there is some stuff with the carpet. Just let this car. Just get the key and unlock it. People think I'm weird when they cycle past. I'm just doing my own thing. Right. So obviously the carpet down here. This is a bit broken, but obviously that's just the rug. But the carpet underneath is also a little bit broken. The pedals are very worn, and the steering wheel is worn too, as you can see right here. The seats are fine. The back's fine as well. I'll just show you what's in there. So for that, the spare wheel is actually really good. It's a new spare wheel. The gear knob is actually really well, but this top part of the gear knob actually used to glow up, and it doesn't do that anymore, which is kind of annoying. And I do have rust particles everywhere. I actually just wiped that off with my fingernail. Focus on the finger. Anyway. And that's it. That's basically everything that's wrong with this car. There is oil and stuff mixing in within the engine as well. So I do have to get that sorted out at some point. Let me just go around the side. The thing of Corsas and Vauxhall is the engine release cap is actually here on the passenger side, which is kind of annoying and doesn't actually make much sense. Let me just lift up the bonnet. Right, just see the top of the bonnet for a minute while I put the cap on. So this is obviously the engine of the Vauxhall Corsa. See, there is black marks in here, which mean oil from here to here. I'm actually going to take this off. And you can see that there's stuff actually on this, and I think there's actually oil leaking from the engine, but I haven't actually looked underneath. Oh, I need to take it out to the garage. And basically this leaks through this one here, in through the radiator into here, and then it mixes, and then the oil goes back up through this cable into here and back into here, and over time this will drain into there, and oil will drain from there into there. But I also have an oil leak underneath as well, which I need to get fixed. And obviously I might change this, put a new oil filter in, but I might do another video. I need to actually take that apart and see if there's anything wrong with it. So what actually happens? So your engine's built up with cylinders. This is a four cylinder car. So it's got something like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's exactly right, but that's all I know. And I know that a valve went from the exhaust manifold and it snapped into the piston, and then when the piston tried to go up and down, it then exploded in the engine, which blew up the engine. And I had to replace the whole block where the cylinders actually are. So that was quite a big repair. It was like 600 quid or something fitted, which I think is actually really good for a new engine, considering how much an engine actually costs. And I think that maybe he did it because he knew I wasn't going to actually be able to pay for it otherwise. And you know, so he obviously helped me out with that, and obviously you can see right to the floor for a Corsa's thing, because obviously it doesn't have any very big engine. I was going to show my mum's car, but it's not here right now. So, and obviously stuff like this, like if you come over here, like, you can actually like pull this pipe completely off, and that goes from the radiator into the filter box and stuff. And I don't have air conditioning, so there is no air conditioning within this engine. So, you know, stuff like that. And obviously your gears. Your gearbox is actually mounted sideways, so there's a bit of the gearbox there. So it's mounted sideways, and then it goes in through the clinks and stuff. And this is obviously front wheel drive, as with most Corsas. Let me just shut this door quickly. But now, what I don't understand is, I've said this before. Now, I've been around roundabouts and it's quite dirty. Now, it's quite dirty. Yeah, the car is quite dirty, but the back wheels have span out round roundabouts, and I haven't been going ridiculously fast. I've been doing like 20 mile an hour around a roundabout and it's skidded out, which is kind of worrying, but it's a bit difficult. This wheel is actually flat than all the other ones, so probably need to pump that one up. And this one has, see where it's darker here and down there, it's actually bulging, so the wheels are actually bulging, so I need to get this tyre replaced and the other one replaced too, because the other one's obviously leaking, and the other one around the front did run over a nail once, so that one doesn't need replacing quite yet. But you know, that's how it is. And all these brake discs need replacing too, because they are looking a bit rusty, and same as the front ones. I don't know about the brake discs, I mean the brake pads, but I definitely need to order some if they are looking a bit worse. So this is, it might be a little bit easier to see, so it's a little bit rusty. So they do need to be replaced. These are brake discs, but the front ones, unless they don't have back ones, because the front ones do look fine, they're just a little bit dirty. If I do that, you can get it on my finger, because they are dirty. Probably means I do need to wash this car, but I might take it for a thing and not do it myself. So this is my, obviously, 2009 Vauxhall Corsa SXI. I've obviously got the bonnet up now. There isn't much wrong with it, to be honest with you. The oil and coolant mixing within the engine, and it does make a really weird ticking sound sometimes. So I'm just going to leave you here and start it up. Obviously, you can see pretty much nothing, but it's fine. So I obviously make it so that the car warms up a little bit before I actually start the car. So I normally put the side lights on and then I start it like so. I don't know if you can hear me, but it makes a weird ticking sound when it starts. I'm actually going to go turn it off. So, if you didn't hear that, it made a really weird ticking sound when it started, and it kept ticking when it was actually on, which worries me a bit, to be honest with you, just because that probably means something is really bad. Now, I've been told that a garage can fix this car for £700. Yeah, for the fault that they think is wrong with it. Yeah, and I think because I've done some googling, that the carburetor's gone. The problem with the carburetor, and they're going to have to rip the whole engine apart, put a new carburetor in, which kind of saddens me a little bit, but you know, that's going to be done somehow, somewhen. But that's just what it is, you know. It is what it is. And oh yeah, there's some paint. There's some paint that rubs off every now and again. I'm just looking around the car, like seeing if there's anything else that's wrong with it. This is obviously, you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's a little bit faded, the paint. And so that I need to wash this car, like desperately. I don't think anything else. Like, this used to rattle. Doesn't rattle anymore, but it used to. And there's some dents down there. I think before you went through that. And then the thing with this bumper is, it does have rust here. I've probably rear-ended and hit that pot over there, that pot there. And I've come into this driveway before. This. Let me go on the front. I got the bonnet up, so I should probably shut that before I show you the car. I'll talk about it a little bit more, and you can look at the engine for a second. Oh. I need to get a tripod or something. Right. So, I like this car, and I said this when I revealed it, and I showed you and I talked about it. There will be a review on this car coming soon, and what I do like what I like about it, and an actual full-on review. And I like this car. It's very good, very reliable. Sorry about that. Very reliable in the sense that it works, it drives, and it goes. Yeah, it does go. But it has had problems, and there is a problem right now. And I do have a question, and it's the question of, do I fix this car, or do I get a new car? And I'm in a situation where I can buy a new car and insure it, but should I just keep this? It's done 73,000 miles, and it is my first car, and I do have plans for this car if I do keep it. Obviously that'll be like way down the line, in the future, but that's it. So that's going to do it for this video. It is, again, raining, because I am recording it straight after the other one. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video on this car. Let me just get a nice shot of it, and there's cars going past and stuff. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video on the Vauxhall Corsa. There is a leaf on the front right here. So let me just remove that. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video on the Corsa. So hope you guys did enjoy, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Look, see, I remember when I met you as a sophomore. Started out as friends, but I knew that we would want more. Hit your favorite restaurant with your favorite dress on. That's one of my favorite memories.